Arknights.
All right, ready to go. Wait, hold on. Okay, I think we're almost ready to go. Let's get ready. Okay, face cam and game capture test. Alright, face cam and game capture test, all good. Ready to go. Yep, all looks good. Alright, let's begin. Actually, before that, I'm just going to do a few changes. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay, we're ready. Just gonna bring this closer so I can speak with the beautiful audience of this stream, which is probably just like me and no one else in particular, but okay, sure. Hopefully that will work out. Okay, I'm going to reduce to 55% so that the desktop audio should be fine. This will be a change for how much volume the thing works, I think. No, I think we'll switch it back to 60. Okay, alright, close. Alright, we're ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Gozi-san on the decks with your host Gozi-san. And today we are going to play more Arknights Endfield. Okay, so yesterday we did a stream to talk about the version 1.3 update. Today, my goal for today is just rushing through a lot of the events that are happening, limited time events that are happening at the moment. So, in terms of the events, if we look here, we're doing Snapshot, Etchings of our Cosmic Dreams. Haven't done this one yet. I'm going to do this one. Supply, Wuling, Super Chef, also going to do this one. Party Together, this 12-day, all three of them only has 12 days left to complete. This one's done. Delver of the Cryptic, done. New Horizons, technically not done. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, these are all done. That is the focus for today. Quests. These two I'm not currently in a position to actually complete them at this stage. We just want to complete the limited time events, farm some essences. Specifically, I'm looking for the Thermite Cutter essence. Will boost attack, boost flow. I still have not gotten it yet.
Still waiting for something?
This is an essence that is still escaping my grasp. The grasp. And I'm hoping to get get this. Yeah, I'm still stuck with nothing in particular, so I'm gonna want to farm this up a bit more. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it. That will be the plan. Actually, let's do that real quick. So let's actually do the farming first before we do anything. Just give me a second while I set this up. Okay, excellent. Everything is showing. All good. Okay, let's begin. So, our goal is to get Thermite Cutter up and running. Now, the best way to do this, once again, is if we go back to Valley 4 and hunt in the hub. This is, once I get this, I can start farming the other ones. Specifically, what I will try and farm are some of the more defensive essences in the game, and then focus on that. Hopefully, we'll be able to grab something good. Okay, since everything is here, we can just auto farm, and that should be about it. Repair. Okay. Any extra sledgehammers is welcome. Right, let's begin.
Face up, Hannah. Come at me. I shall fulfill my role of support.
So yeah, Thermite Cutter, and then boom. So Thermite Cutter, and then the rest will focus on some of the more defensive weapons, or especially the crushers. Ah.
How would you do that? Please teach me. Incredible. Mine strikes quick.
Okay, he's dead.
Let me help. You shall be banished.
Ow. Okay, claim rewards. We'll do double sanity usage because we have a lot of sanity that we need to consume at the moment. Okay, let's see what we get. Remember, what our goal is we'll boost attack flow. We'll boost attack combative. We'll... Yes! Yes! Okay, alright, we got it. We got it. We'll boost attack suppression, we'll boost attack combative, strength attack detonate, strength attack crusher. Okay, let's see what the others actually do. Will attack combat if... not this one. Will attack combat, the same thing. Will attack suppression. There is one for lone barge, but I think we already have... Okay, another one for fluorescent, so that's a 4-star one. We'll keep one. We can always put it on someone else. Strength attack detonate is good for Kravenger. I think we already have one, but let's just save this just in case. Strength attack crusher. Main attack, will attack, boost flow. Okay, nice. That is a side one that we can use, but we already have a very good one in this one. So yes, that is very good. Will attack combative. No, okay, all right, cool. We are done here. That's good. So now we can finally not assemble the gear, final the stash. Finally change it, the pure essence here. Haha. There we go. Much better. Now we just need to upgrade flow, and it will be a good. Okay. Now let's take a quick look at the other weapons for now and see what else we can actually build. 1. Okay, 1. That's flawless essence, 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 flawless essence. Do I have a spare? This one? I might have a spare. No, I don't. Will HP boost medicant. Okay, alright. No. Yes. Strength, arts, intensity, brutality. Details. Let's see if we have a good one. No, we don't. Okay, so Dapan could use this. Aspirant. Aspirant is something that we still don't have any good ones on. Physical damage boost. Okay, so I need to figure out which class of weapons I need to focus on. Okay, so we have efficacy, HP efficacy, HP medicant, arts intensity, brutality, physical damage, twilight. Yeah, these two are very far apart. We can't really mix and match anything here. This one's done. Strength, ultimate gain, detonate. Do I have a good one for this one? Not that I can see. It's decent, but I think we do not have such a item here yet. HP boost. So there's 1, 2, 3 that need HP boost. That's something we definitely want to try and find heading forward. Do we have a good one for this one? Pursuit. Not exactly. We do have one for strength boost, pursuit. Yeah, we can swap this for now. That's fine. It's not perfect, but at least it works out quite okay. Details on this one. Detonate. Twilight. Detonate. Ooh, that one is already taken, so no. This one's pure essence, agility, attack, flow. I'm sure we have a spare somewhere around here. Well, 3, 2, 1 is pretty good. Yeah, we can swap this, but I'm not quite sure exactly who is going to use this at the end. Yeah, we already have that. Yeah, we already have that. Yep, we already have that. Have that. Intellect, ultimate, inspiring. I don't know if we have those. Inspiring. Nope, not at this stage. We have a pure essence on this. Combative. We already have one already. On what though? What is it infused to? 3, 3, 2. Yeah, not quite sure where this one's attached to. Not quite sure if... Okay, so we can increase one Sundering Steel to max. Okay. Yeah, let's potential it. Unlock, 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 unlock. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and raise potential. Nice. That's really good. This will be a great weapon. Okay, so that's good. Anything else we can 5-star at this stage? Nothing in particular. So probably we'll give it a pass. I think our next stage is to focus on HP boost. So we have strength HP, strength HP. What else? Also strength HP, so strength HP efficacy. Wonder what else uses efficacy here. So I think it will be trying to farm something that has efficacy as well. So let's actually flesh this out a little bit. So if I look through the search function, and I'm going to search for Finishing Call and OBJ Heavy Burden. Eh. Finishing Call, okay. Interestingly enough, we'll either be pulling for Finishing Call or OBJ Heavy Burden. Since we already have one for Finishing Call already, we're just going to focus on OBJ Heavy Burden. So let's remove Finishing Call. OBJ Heavy Burden. Efficacy, Former Finery, Flickers. And Mountain Bearer, which we don't have, I think. Lock Secondary, get Finishing Call. 2 out of 3. Yeah, it's a bit tough. Like, if we're trying to specifically farm for this, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be quite hard to actually figure out where to set this one up. I just probably need like one, right? Efficacy. So we are heading to the Origin Load Spring for this. Okay, so we can stash this. Stash. Yeah, our goal is Origin Load Spring. Acid Soaker. Okay, so Origin Load Spring, let's see. No, Origin Science Park, Origin Load Spring. Yeah, we are going to need to hunt, so we're going to need to get to here. It's TP. Hopefully we'll be able to get what we need. Go this way. Stash. Stash. And stash. We're going to set up the facilities here, so we'll hunt it down a little easier. Sledgehammer mortar. I'll make one more and see if I can place it in the middle here. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so we have a couple of beam towers. Stash it. We're gonna swap it with the Hyper Beam Tower. And the Surge Tower, I'm going to stash it and replace it with the Acid Soaker. Okay, now in terms of my team, let me just swap it out.
A new mission?
Okay, yeah, we'll go with the classic team. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We can go with classic team. Okay, activate, but let's change this. So our goal is to get strength boost, HP boost, efficacy. Will and agility. Okay, so will and agility will give former finery and mountain bear if I do ever get them. So hopefully we'll be able to get something along those lines. Max HP for former finery, as well as physical damage dealt for mountain bear. Okay, that is the plan. Right. I think we're ready to go. Let's set this up. Get some sanity in the system. And let's begin farming.
Watch your step, people.
Don't mind me. I'll keep up with
Give it a go.
you. Wolves, let's feast.
Kaboom.
Perish. Perish.
Tension set. My turn. Energy hasted. We achieved tacit synergy. Out of the way.
Melting foot. Inferno away.
Dead. Flame rewards. We'll double it up. Let's see what we get. Haha, efficacy for days. Let's see what we get. Okay, so strength, arts, intensity, efficacy. Not really what we want. Agility boost, cryo damage bonus, efficacy. Could be interesting if this pans out well. Will boost, arts, intensity, efficacy. No, we need max HP for this. Agility boost, HP boost. No. It needs to be physical damage boost for this one. Will boost, crit rate boost, efficacy. No. Agility boost, crit rate boost, efficacy. Damn, the crit rate though. Okay, we'll keep that. Ooh, agility boost, heat damage bonus, efficacy. Would be interesting if we manage to find something. That means we can put that aside. Will boost, HP boost, efficacy. Yeah, this can be used on the side for former refinery, but we want a 5-star, not a 4-star, so... Well, a bit of a dud. Let's try this again and see if we can find something good. Okay, retry.
We'll see this through.
Kaboom.
Not up the back. My turn. On it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Direction set.
Incinerate.
Ow.
Great teamwork.
Okay, last one left.
Alla cola. Not up the back.
Okay, done. Alright, let's claim the rewards again. Double it up. Let's see what we get. Okay, will boost treatment efficiency. No, we're not looking for treatment efficiency. Agility, no, not crit rate either. Agility, HP boost efficacy. No, not HP. Will boost crit rate. No. Agility boost arts intensity. Efficacy. No. Will boost crit rate efficacy. No. Agility crit boost. No. Will boost treatment efficiency. No. We need max HP. Agility heat damage bonus. Can mark these two out, though it will probably not have any good ones here. Strength, treatment efficiency, boost, efficacy. I actually need to double check what the new weapons coming up are, and then figure out what the stats are for those weapons. I'll have to double check and maybe see if I have them. But for now, let's retry this.
Got my eyes peeled for an opening. Focus on the battle.
Okay,
I shall provide covering fire.
I'm better now.
Out of my way. My turn. Direction set.
Incinerate!
Fully energized.
Inferno away.
Initiate test synergy.
Thank you all. Yikes. Plus up two. Plus up four.
Direction set.
Incinerate! Inferno. Two. Fingers.
The last two.
Not diluted.
Okay, let us claim the rewards. Let's see what we get. Okay, agility, treatment efficiency bonus, efficacy. No. Will boost. Ooh, physical. I don't think it's will though. That one needs max HP. Okay. Strength. Ah, here we are. Okay, this is perfect. That is 1 OBJ heavy burn strength treatment. No. Agility, cryo damage bonus. Efficacy. Agility, heat damage, efficacy. Will arts. Agility, nature. Strength, cryo. Strength, crit rate, efficacy. We'll hold on to that. The question is, do I want to put it on one more, or is it better to actually build more things? I think one of the things that does require some focus is our damage payout. So think about it this way. Right now, if we only have one shielder that does this, that would be cool. We just need to choose the shielder, and we can always mix and match anyway. But I will need to figure out a weapon an essence specifically for these two. Dabhan. Actually, let's make sure this essence gets put on. Okay, that's good. Now, Dabhan needs strength, arts intensity, brutality. Asper needs agility, boost, physical damage, twilight. Now, I doubt we have anything here worthy of our usage. And if we are going to choose one over the other, I think we need to focus on the damage payout first rather than the rather than this. Yeah, the damage payout is going to be more important. Let's see, 5% times stacks consumed. Yeah, okay. So definitely we want to increase this. Let's see. What would be the best way to actually get this? So if we look through, I'm going to look through the weapon essence solver. And if we type ancient canal, there is Bone Crusher, Ballista, Sky Drummer. Sky Drummer is also a thing. White Knight Nova, I already have the stuff I need. Detonation, OBJ Arts. OBJ Arts Identifier, I'm not quite sure if I have it. Let me check. Like, for instance, this is our Arts Identifier, right? Details, let's see. Currently, it is currently being used by something else. The worst part is I can't actually see who is holding on to it right now. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know who's using it at the moment. I'm trying to see which one is the best. Okay, so do we have... We don't have detonation unit, so... Main attribute, arts intensity, detonate. Eminent repute, we also don't have chimeric justice. I think Li Feng already has Valiant, so we don't really need it. Yeah, we don't need Chimeric Justice at this stage. We don't have a lot of characters who use pole arm at this rate, so applies vulnerability to an enemy with no vulnerability stacks. I mean, it can be used for someone like who would actually be able... yeah, we could use it on Estella if we really need it. Actually, how many Chimeric Justice do I have? Not much. Like, I don't seem to have that weapon. Not at this stage. Yeah, not quite sure. This is a tough one. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to farm this. It will probably be Arts Intensity. We already have... I think we go against the Bone Crusher Ballista. Arts Intensity boost detonation unit. Yeah, I think we go up against the Bone Crusher Ballista and try and get Arts Intensity in the system. Okay. Alright, let's pack it up. I don't need so much stuff. Okay, alright, cool. Now, let's head back to the Originium Science Power Plateau. Okay, so Power Plateau, and we're heading back here. Alright, let's get on a hook and start traveling. Everyone loves the mortar strikes. I love the mortar strikes. They're cool. Oh, Winston! Okay, so marsh gas. We've got a few here that we can hit, but let's take away the beam towers. And the sentry towers. Okay. We don't need this marsh gas. Let's just start putting stuff around. Sledgehammer mortar. Okay, place this. And then we put an acid soaker in place. And then some hyper beams. Okay, alright, ready to go. Now activate main. Okay, so it was medicant the last time we were here. Let's swap it out now. So for this one at the power plateau, we are instead going to do strength, intellect, and main attribute. And our secondary is going to be arts intensity. This way we can either get Ancient Canal, White Knight Nova, or OBJ Arts Identifier. Our main goal here, though, is Ancient Canal. Hopefully we get it. Let's see how it goes. Let's add up. Okay, let's do it to it one at a time. Begin.
Optimal. Don't mind me. I'll keep up with you.
Give it a go. Everyone's chipping in.
Last moves. Break them up. Real good. Target blocked. Make it work. Taste it.
Oh.
Nice moves.
Everyone's chipping in.
None shall live.
Oh, there we go. Okay, one hit. Let's see what we... Strength. Arts intensity boost. Medicant, not brutality. Main attribute, crusher, which is not really what we want here. That is Twilight. Main Night Nova is Twilight, if I remember correctly. Strength. Arts intensity boost. Medicant. No. Pursuit. No, White Knight Nova is Infliction. Okay. We'll hold on to this one because it has buffed stats. Main attribute, arts intensity, pursuit. Not what we want. Strength, arts intensity, pursuit. Not really what we want, but it has high stats, so we can technically use them. Let's retry this.
Keep my eyes peeled for an opening. Focus on the battle. I shall provide covering fire.
Let me give it a go. I got it.
Nice moves.
Thank you all. Eric,
Let's hold it together, lads.
incinerate.
Max output.
Let me give it a go.
Boom. Easy. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, so strength, arts intensity, brutal. Another perfect essence. Yeah, boy. Haha. Alright, main attribute, arts intensity boost, medical, no. Intellect, arts intensity boost, flow. Not really. Main attribute, arts intensity, pursuit. No. Okay, so strength, arts intensity, boost, brutality. Yes. Yes, please. I like it. Okay, nice. We got it. We got what we came here for.
I hate fools who like to micromanage. Thank goodness you're not.
You get a job from it? I'll handle it.
Okay, excellent. There we go. Haha. Perfect. Okay, Ancient Canal is ready to go. Alright, so with that done, we can hit back to Dijiang. So right now, with contingency contract actually being announced, one of the ideas that people have in terms of the to get prepared for contingency contract is to actually hoard some what's it called? Hoard the materials. So when they say hoard the materials, let's see what kind of materials they would be hoarding, right? So let's take a look at Enmin, for example. Hoarding materials, not necessarily level. I think level is not really something that they're looking to level materials. Character level materials is something they're looking to hoard. It's actually a couple of things. First is the mastery, stuff for mastery. So there's a couple of things that we need. False materials, very easy to get. Don't really care about that. The protohedrons need to stonk, as well as the tuning rare material promotions. Now, I do have some crates available so that if a character needs to get masteries up as soon as possible, I'll be able to level it here. So this, I'm just going to leave it there and wait until there is a necessity to actually increase these mastery levels before I break open the crates. The next, we want to make sure all the talent nodes are leveled for all the characters. That makes sense. And then from the weapon perspective, essence will be farmed casually as time goes on, but whether or not you want to increase the level to 90 is the main question here. So you're going to need more progression materials in order to level this up to 90. The main issue about increasing the main question about increasing the levels to 90 is that it increases the agility boosts and attack boosts of the weapon, but the third stat needs what is it called? The third stat needs potential upgrades, right? But so you would only increase this from 80 to 80-90 if you need the extra stat boost at the end here, right? Anything else is just a bonus. So it's just attack bonus, etc., etc., right?
Still waiting for something?
Then the next one will be storing up materials and stock bills to level up the kits as well. So that is the three main areas. Abilities, and then weapons, and then the gears. Abilities, weapons, gears. These are the three main things that people are stocking up stuff in order to prepare for CC, or they find a team that they want to build and they build it by increasing their levels from there. For me, right?
Still waiting for something?
In terms of builds,
Looking for me? You
like all of the talent nodes for all the characters are leveled. All my main DPS characters usually will have all the stuff leveled up already.
Get a new assignment.
So yeah, at a baseline, they will have a weapon that is about level 80, maybe level 60. I can increase that level quite easily. They all have gear, like a single stat gear, right?
I am trying to.
So this one, okay. Yeah, we can ignore the base skills because base skills is not applicable for CC, so we don't need that. And gears. Okay, yep. Gears ready.
Did you just call me?
The battlefield shows no.
Yep. Okay. So Zhuang Fang
Did you
Yi
just call me?
does need some leveling. I'll level this one.
With each new thing I learn, I realize ever more keenly that my knowledge is but a drop in the ocean.
So right now I have issues with protohedrons in general, as well as Wuling stock bills. So that is definitely something I need to level stock up. But also I have okay. So the rare progression material, I don't need to touch it yet. I'll just wait until CC comes out with the problem, and then I sort of build the team based on that. But T-Creds is definitely going to be an issue heading forward, as well as protohedrons if I'm leveling up the skills. I also need to keep track of if I need weapon upgrade materials as well.
Battlefield shows no mercy for mistakes. We must hone our skills with truth.
Still waiting for something?
Okay, so then Tang Tang. Tang Tang is fine. Yvonne.
Frosty Bitey.
Yvonne is fine.
The slightest slip.
Ogranishnik is okay. Last right. Last right is okay.
Originium will carve
And
a path.
Administrator is fine.
Where are we headed?
Aviwena, okay, she's decent.
I offer
Side
today's
E.
dialogue and contemplate.
Is okay. Twilight Humiliation. Yep, okay. Oh, sorry.
Still waiting for something?
I offer.
Dapan built.
Empty wallet.
Alesh. Yep, Alesh is fine.
Wanna come snowboarding with me,
Snowshine.
Enderman?
Snowshine should be okay. Yep, Snowshine is fine. Arclight.
primed for optimal performance.
Arclight is okay. That's fine.
Watch
Chen Qianyu is okay. She's fine.
Operator
Perleka.
standing by.
That's fine.
Need defensive cover?
Catcher.
I shall give you my.
Catcher is okay. He's fine as well.
Distract them,
Fluorite.
disable them.
Or just destroy them.
Fluorite is fine. And finally, Estelle. Estella. Okay, Estella is also okay. Everyone should be level 80, 90 so that they can passively increase their levels as I play them, if need be.
My cruise.
And
You have.
I hate fools who like to micro.
But it seems that their levels don't actually increase on the field. So, advanced cognitive carrier is needed in order for them to level up their experience. So another level, 10 levels. Okay, so 5620 is needed in order to max it out to level 90. Which I have no money to do so. We need a lot of T-creds, okay? So T-cred farming is going to be an important part in this, in building the characters. Wuling, like stock builds are important if you want to build the gears. Like stock builds are important if you want to build the gears. But yeah, especially Wuling stock builds, because Wuling stock builds are the ones that are the only ones that can actually level up, right? So you need a lot of Wuling stock builds. You need a lot of T-creds. Wuling stock builds specifically for the gears, T-creds specifically for leveling up the weapons as well as the character skills. So that's the strategy heading forward in terms of what is needed in order to sort of get the stuff that you need. Okay, so let's pick it up and get our rewards. Okay, nice. Training, don't need that. Okay, all right. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything else that I need to worry about. All right, with that, let's continue on with some of the quests. So first things first, let's go to Wuling. Now, we are going to go and do the Wuling Super Chef. So we still got a few chef stuff that we need to complete with that one. We already submitted most of our dishes already. So there's still one more dish that we still haven't submitted, and we need to get that one done. Manage depot, and we stash everything. Search tower, sentry tower, and marsh gas. We can put it back. Don't need to work on that. Crafting. Let's see. Crafting manual. Bitter flour. Bitter flour. Sorry. Yep. Getting ore barrel. Ace soaked ballista. Grab that. Nice. More ore barrels to the coffers. Okay, let's go see the. You got skills.
hi.
Hi, admin. Ready to submit your dish? Yes, what dish? Okay, so crispy, crunchy, bamboo sprouts, and meat. Okay, we're looking forward to it. Okay, bamboo sprouts and meat. Can I just craft one right now? No, I don't have materials, right?
Bamboo gummies are back for a limited time. Come give them a try.
Okay, so I need bamboo sprouts and meat. Okay, let's bring it in. And we'll see what the judges' reactions are. We'll do a little bit of narration in that sense.
Hi.
Alright, ready to submit. Okay, and we shall submit bamboo sprouts and meat. Alright, cool. That is all of them. So let's look at the supply log. So, fortifying Basically, we did not cook any of this. We just basically took whatever food that people has gifted us on Dijang and just used it as a submission for the competition. This is totally fair and balanced, okay? And in the spirit of competition. The judges and other tasters of the dish have arrived at a unanimous conclusion. The aromas of Jintao and red jade ginseng created a natural harmony within this clear infusion, wholesome, soothing, and possessing a distinct layered taste. This soup imbued warmth throughout the body. However, a flaw existed in this otherwise perfect dish: the stubborn, lingering bitterness of red jade ginseng. The condiments used contradict the herb's pharmaceutical properties. We believe food should be therapeutic, but this dish fell short in that respect. Nevertheless, the infusion remained a revitalizing masterwork. Garden prowess. Okay, this is for fried rice. The judges and other tasters of this dish have arrived at a unanimous conclusion. The plate of fried rice proved exemplary among the other dishes submitted in this cook-off. The stir-fried grains of beautiful amber rice glistened with a golden hue, while powdered yatsen enhanced both the color and aroma of this culinary work. We must admit that everyday dishes truly put a chef's skill to the test. A fine plate of garden fried rice should be a ballroom of amber grains dancing on the tongue, but our contending chef probably went for a mass production approach, and the result lacked the kiss of true wok hei. Damn it. But our content. No. Well, technically, it was mass produced by someone else. We aren't going to tell who it is. Wholesome ginseng. Okay. The judges and other tasters of the dish have arrived at a unanimous conclusion. Among the dishes submitted for this cook-off, this ginseng meat stew best exemplified the delicate nature of harmony. The ribs glistened with the dark hues of red jade ginseng. The texture was soft, gently yielding in the mouth without feeling overcooked. Having a bowl of this hearty stew felt like donning a warm coat in winter. We could obviously tell that the chef has spent a great deal of effort removing the bitterness of the red jade ginseng. Though the astringent taste was gone, the processing also removed the herb's natural and distinctive aromas. Otherwise, the dish would be perfect. Okay, more fried rice. Alright, unanimous conclusion. A wondrous plate of Wuling fried rice. Its perfect amber rice grains shimmered like gold and brimming with wok hei. At first bite, we were misled into thinking that it was just another serving of garden fried rice until the rich flavors of hearty meat suddenly exploded in our mouths. More work could be put into the ingredients and processing. The meat cubes were juicy indeed, but they failed to perfectly complement the rice. A single helping was enough to ignite greasy heartburn. Nevertheless, we consider this first-rate culinary work when compared to the other submissions. What the heck? The other submissions are that bad? Really? Come on. That makes no sense, right? Basic dish. The plate of garden stir-fry was truly creative. The young bamboo shoots were crunchy, refreshing, and sweet. The powdered yatsen was smooth and soothing, and the red jade ginseng slices unleashed their unique aromas after a quick pass through the heated wok. Unfortunately, this would have been perfect if the dish were titled Seasoned Produce, simply skilleted. Keeping the three primary ingredients aromatically distinct was no easy feat, but the product lacked the rich yet refreshing aroma required of a proper garden stir-fry. What a pity. And lastly, crispy and crunchy. The chef who prepared this plate of bamboo sprouts and meat knew perfect heat control. The young bamboo sprouts were sweet and crunchy, while the fillet slices were juicy and tender. Quick stir-frying over strong fire perfectly combined the two. The sprouts soaked up the rich gravy as the fillet slices absorbed the refreshing aromas of the bamboo grove. But everything after the stir-frying revealed the chef's shortcomings. Too many condiments were used. The aroma of red jade ginseng also overpowered the flavors of the primary ingredients. The judges really had to work their palates to peel away the distractions before finally arriving at the refreshing tastes of nature and cozy family stoves. In conclusion, this dish felt like a dime a dozen. Damn. Man, they had to nitpick every single little thing about this now, did they? Alright, let's see how our judges rate your culinary work. It's almost time to submit the final dish, but I can't find any ideas. Wolfguard just got pushed away. Okay. Let's finish the final dish. Oh, there's two out here. Enmin, is something troubling you? I got Wellmoren's secret weapon, but I don't know what to make. The other chefs are preparing... Yeah. It's totally alright. I just got back from mission. I can totally give some great advice for our Enmin. Something that political. I got chance. Something that Chen likes. Something that Prolica likes. Sounds like a great idea, but I believe you have something in mind already, Enmin. An idea? Idea. There's this dish, simple but quite impressive. It's part of a military ration. Can't really remember. I think I know that dish, Enmin. When we engaged with Rhodes Island, there was this dish that almost every Rhodes Islander mentioned. The descriptions differ, all of them vividly remember the taste and recipe of the dish. I tried making it once, and it felt like what the Enmin... well, Enmin. I'll dictate the recipe and let you handle the cooking. Right, let's start cooking. What? Why are you two talking in code? Because I totally didn't get any of that. Rhodes Island special ration can now be crafted. So it says... Alright, let's see. Let's go to the... Let's just get to the resource center. Manage, and now... crafting. Okay, here it is. Rhodes Island special ration. 1 part resilient water, 2 parts amber rice, and 1 part fillet. Craft. Okay, this we are actually crafting for ourselves. Rhodes Island special ration. You did it, Pro Enmin. You did it like a pro, Enmin. You probably have tons of practice. Oh, smells pretty new and interesting. Is this the power of the secret weapon that Prolica mentioned? Ahem. Time's almost up. Let's submit our dish.
An experienced hunter can read the winds and use it to predict the weather, or to trap the prey.
Let's take a look at our stuff. Rhodes Island special ration. A mixed ration of Rhodes Island during the Age of Terror. The one who prepared it is absolutely certain of its authenticity. The production line was salvaged from the ruins of the Agaloy War, and the replacement ingredients were foraged from various parts of Talos too. Bless me. Our memories have never been broken. What does this mean? Does this mean that the Enbin is part Doctor? Is this what it means? Okay, let's submit.
Hi.
Greetings, Enbin. Ready to submit your final dish? Yes, ready. Legacy and memories. Photography sticker. Cast your stove magic and let the walk unleash the true arts. Supply log. Okay. The judges and other tasters of this dish have, after lengthy deliberation and multiple rounds of discussion, arrived at a unanimous conclusion. The dish is the perfect symbol of the administrator's past memories. The presentation was unique, though only mildly seasoned. The texture was compact and uniform, a package of energy and flavors compressed into ready-to-eat portions. A mysterious condiment was used, lending the rations flavors entirely new to us. If this condiment were made available on the market, it would add plenty of delightful culinary possibilities to Wuling. Unfortunately, the works of other contestants were equally astonishing. This entry also tasted similar to standard military provisions, with the condiments being the only highlight. One by one, the other participants also submit their dishes. How time flies. We now have arrived at the final round of this cook-off. We now invite our participants to engage in the last bout of this competition. Our first contender, the Administrator of Enfield Industries. Stellar performance in the preliminaries, Edmund. You got everyone excited about the surprise you delivered for the final round. Your final round dish truly took us by surprise. The idea is a bold break from tradition, and it carries on our legacy while being innovative at the same time. It tastes like Order of Seal Oath military rations we used to supply, but the flavor is definitely different. What the hell's happening in the kitchen? You gave us something new and delicious. Truly, it took us all by storm. But our judges got curious and have a question for you. Why did you choose to prepare this dish? It somehow made me nostalgic about a past I can't recall. It felt familiar to me. The score is out and it looks incredible! Thank you for your wonderful dish, and now let's welcome... The cook-off is hot and very competitive. You notice fins that seem to be alive, as well as food that has been charred beyond all recognition. As our contending chefs put it, it doesn't matter what the dishes are, they simply love cooking and living the life. These are our chefs for the first and second runners-up. And now it's time to reveal the winner of the Wuling Super Chef Culinary Aficionado Cook-Off Grand Prize, the Administrator! Everyone give him a round of applause! Oh, me? What? Our admin? That's really super. I think no, wait, I want to try the admin's dishes right now. Oh, just as I expected, this batch of seeds has truly proven their worth. No matter. Congratulations are in order, admin. The grand prize is yours. It's truly wonderful. I should share the honors with you, good sir. You flatter me. I know myself well. Too well. My seeds serve only as condiments and seasoning. Though impeccable in quality, they are worth noting. They are worth nothing without a capable chef. Congrats, Edmund. Hey, I saw your list of ingredients and noticed some seeds I'd never seen before. Oh, Tianshi, you seem to be interested in my seeds. Your seeds? No, Morin supplied the seeds. I was worried I'd never see this dish again. Projects may hit bottlenecks, but there's always a way. Oh, don't celebrate just yet. Seeds cost money, and I don't haggle. They're brand new cultivars. Even Hongshan doesn't have them. Well said, my good man. I wonder if the cultivation method is on the table too. We can offer a good price for a bundle. Hey, money in the bank. Wuling Super Chef mission complete. Greetings, admin. Your dish has truly left an impression. Glad you like. Want to review the previous dishes. All good. Okay. Right, we are done here. Okay, so that is event 1 done. And 1 and done. Nice. So many bureaus hard to find. There's a lot of people around here now.
Another day of beautiful sounds.
Limited time. Come give them a try.
Hey. We are moving. Okay. Alright. No more moving of the frames now. Let's see what else we have. So, we have done Wuling Super Chef. Now, let's do Party Together. So we have 2 parts here. So, yeah, let's do this. So this will be an online event. Pastry Tower. Join to claim event portraits. Alright, so we have Ami, Kalsit, as well as Perlika. Happy anniversary, Rhodes Island. Okay, so right now we can't see what's going on. Let me see if I can do a screen capture with face cam instead. Main screen capture. Ooh, it's a bit dark. It's kind of weird. I don't know why is it always dark when it comes to this. Filters. Color correction. Brightness. I don't think it works that way. Okay, crash this. No, we'll just do it like this. We can still do this. Aha, right. Select character. Let's do Dr. Bunny. Amiya Bunny. Bunny Me. Reach 100 points to unlock rewards. Okay, let's see what this is about. Click anywhere to jump. Okay, I'm just gonna keep stacking. Oh, 143. Not selected your Arknights reward character. Arknights Endfield. Yep. Claim this. Okay, nice. Let's try this again. Let's see how far I can go. See if we can hit 500. This is getting messy. Okay, the speed of how it actually shifts determines how fast I have to respond. Go. Okay, good. Oh, that was close. Just keep going, just keep going. Ouch. Well. Nah. We'll try. We'll go back. Okay, that's done. Now let's do. So pastry tower is done. I'll just check that real quick again. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, they're both the same. Cool. Okay. Right, Arknights character. Enter Arknights UID. Wait, hold on. Looks like I need to go and stuff. Give me a second. Okay, let me see what my UI is. Give me a second. I'm just going to do this real quick. So Arknights character UID. Check your in-game. Okay. Permanently rewards. Yay! We got this for Arknights as well. Aha! Nice. Okay. Yay, I have it. We got it. Take our festive companions, take our hands and accompany us as we celebrate the start of a brand new journey. Hello travelers, though we cross the stars, the rift of time and long memories, we remain companions traveling as one. So nice. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so gift box Castel. That's where we'll get the Dijang display items. Let's go for this one. Okay, so furniture for both sides. Hey, look at that. Love it. I'll put this in Arknights as well. Aha. Let's begin. Reach 100 points to unlock rewards. Where's that? Wait, is that dusk? Okay. But dusk. Oh. Just need to stack them on top perfectly. Oh. 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 That was not great. Hey, and its figurine. Hey. Okay, let's do this again and let's see how many points we can get. Niente. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that. Try again. Yeah, I was not serious that time. Watch this way. Chenby. Ah. Ah. Oh, it's swaying so much. Okay. Oof. I have no idea how that works. Oh well. Okay, let's do this again. Let's see if this works. Let's do this. Set code again. And excellent. Hey, got it. Okay, let's see what it says. In celebration, it says, a cute display modeled after Amiya and Perlica. The two bunny girls finally met in a truly unforgettable way. A celebration sent across time and space for the journey ahead, bringing everyone joy for the new story to come. awesome. Truly awesome. Love it. Okay, great. Alright, excellent. We are going back into it. So let's go back to Enfield capture. Okay, so party together is now done. So alright, excellent. So we have this both already. The chubby lungs. So okay, excellent. Now let's do the snapshot etchings of our cosmic dreams. Finally, we are actually going to complete this. Hopefully we get the Chiming Station model. Let's go. So read Perlica's messages, which we haven't been able to do. Edmin, do you have time to return to Dijiang right now? Maintenance work is underway. There might be a few things people don't get to see all the time. I thought you might be interested. I'll wait for you at the bridge of Dijiang. Return to Dijiang and learn about the current status of the ship's maintenance work. Okay, to the bridge. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's see what Perlica is up to.
Hiya, Nin. You look tied up, but it's good to see you.
Perlica.
Greetings.
Enmin, you're here. Sorry, kept you waiting. Hope you didn't wait too long. It's alright, I only just arrived as well. So, saw anything interesting for you? I didn't have time for a closer look. Every time I see them, I'm always reminded of plenty of things. Things about our past, as well as our future. Enmin, maintenance work of such scale is actually pretty rare. Interested in a tour? I know a few picture-perfect locations aboard this ship for commemoration photos. Sure, looking forward to it. Okay, take photos aboard Yijiang. Bringing up the event. So, follow the directions to and take the photo at the bridge of Yijiang and include Chiming Station in the photo. Chiming Station is designed with modular assembly and expandability in mind. Its core module and science module were delivered via multiple rocket launches, and these modules were then assembled in orbit using modular docking technology. Chiming Station is furnished with a closed-loop regeneration system capable of recycling and reusing water and air within the modules. Okay, so we're going to the side of the bridge to take a photo. We can't go through there. It's really nice. It's really cool. The graphics on this game is like really top notch. All right, next photo. Silently, it courses through its orbit. With extended wings cradling hopes and wishes, it carries Dijiang's gaze and projects it across vast distances. Alright. I don't know why I'm getting advanced combat record. I don't need this. I need the tier 2 combat records instead of the tier 1. Because I have a bunch of tier 1s already, which I don't need because everyone is like 80, 90. So I don't need that. I really don't need that. Okay, Explorer's Voyage. So let's take the photo at reception room of Dijiang. Include Shuofeng rover in the photo and include Astro Cottus in the photo. Shuofeng rover is furnished with autonomous navigation and features for exploring other planets. Duties include planetary surface surveillance and geological analysis. The spacesuits donned by the space scientists offer life support, protection against radiation, and motion enhancement. The joints also feature bionic designs that allow the space scientists flexibility of movement during space operations. Okay, let's go take a photo of those models. Ooh, look at that. Hehe. I think we'll zoom in a bit. Nice. Let's see what it says. Okay, number 2. Though placed on the table, the two tiny explorers are unwilling to stop their journey. We still have like a... Is that an ice ball in that drink? Oh, wow. Nice. That's cool. Okay, let's claim this. More ore barrels in the system. Nice. Actually, how many ore barrels? 18, 220. Okay. Alright, cool. Last one. Curiosity and courage. Take a photo at the central ring of Ditian. The trajectory of the rocket is a majestic pursuit of dreams into deep space. Overcoming the pull of planetary gravity and entering a pre-calculated orbit requires not only massive thrust, but also perfect coordination with orbital mechanics and precision navigation. Excuse me. The foundation for deep space exploration efforts is strengthened with every launch. And this is to get the Chiming Station model. Okay. Let's go right to the central ring. Let's see what's going on here. So I think it's this one. Ditian's slogan banner.
Upset reports. We can't keep outspending our grant. The chief logistics office is also sending an audit team.
Okay, so number 3. The stars are inviting us. Let us be off. The destination that lies in the great expanse of the cosmos is not yet within sight. Seek the stars, challenge the cosmos, beyond limits. And we get the Chiming Station model. Fathomed in poems and dreams, fashioned with steel and labor, this pair of wings was sculpted to sail across the cosmos and pluck the stars from the very heavens. Yeah, like this. Advanced cognitive care. This is what I want. Alright, let's pack it up. And finish it up. I think if we have a bit more time, we can actually finish one more quest. Though one of the main goals of this particular stream is to talk a little bit about the ideas for the updates as well as where to go from here. Okay, so yeah, let's not do the other quests. Let's just do the discussion of the stuff later on. Okay, Perlika.
Greetings.
What is it, Edmund? About these things. I see certain facilities outside the bridge. I have to admit, the design of Chiming Station is rather intricate. It's quite attractive as well. Every cabin can operate independently or cooperate as a linked system. The modular design is capable of sustaining life for prolonged periods in orbit. The station is also furnished with an advanced and comprehensive suite of experimental devices and test instruments, both inside and outside the cabin. Perhaps its mission is still incomplete. The rover and Astrocatus on the table. It is hard to imagine how they filled up this lightweight rover with so many sensors and detectors. A well-designed wheeled locomotion allows it to navigate complicated terrain. As for the Astrocatus, I actually didn't expect the engineering division to display this. Every time I see the Astrocatus wearing its outer space operations suit and gazing into the far distance. Despite being placed on a flat table, the Voyager's gaze is filled with courage and determination to delve into the distant unknown. about the horizontal banner at the central ring. Seek the stars. When I gained systematic understanding of our history for the first time, I asked myself, what is it that drove us towards the stars? It wasn't until I looked out from the bridge that I realized. The seed had long been planted in the deepest part of the human spirit. Nourished by the spirit of exploration, the seed germinated and finally produced a fruit that truly belongs to this era, one bearing our wish of pushing ever onwards. This fruit isn't just the fuel that propels us into the cosmos, but our unending drive to seek answers from the stars. It stirs and ignites the cosmic dreams of countless individuals, and this would be our way to challenge the cosmos and go beyond limits. I think I'm done with the tour. Enmin, what do you think? It's really cool.
Phew.
You like it? That's wonderful. I saw the past, and I found the future. The future holds many paths for us, but our gaze can only reach so far. Our exploration of deep space has just begun. We have yet to reach the boundaries of civilization. Enmin, I think there may come a day when we take our desire to explore the unknown and sail into the great beyond. Yet the stars sparkle. The gates to the future have already been opened for us. But if that moment were to arrive, how should we, as members of this civilization, answer the call? With the etchings of our cosmic dreams, exploration never ends. Okay, alright. Alright. There was a little bit of an Easter egg that was talked about. Probably. I don't know if I'm gonna get scammed, right? Let's see whether or not this works. They play Lone Trail. Yeah, playing Lone Trail. Man, Lone Trail was such a good event, and the story was so good. It was, I think, one of the masterpieces of writing from Arknights throughout the history of the game, and it was really, really well received and sort of really fleshed out a lot of the story and sort of informed us of how Enfield was going to work as part of connecting into the Arknights universe. It really is amazing. Yeah, this is the full version of Lone Trail theme. If you haven't played OG Arknights, I really recommend you guys actually trying out the game. It's just amazing. It's so much fun. And there's so much content to actually go through. Some people actually complain that there's too much game in that game. It really is a lot of fun. I recommend actually going for it. Please claim the rewards. Companion's figurine. Two lovely visitors who traveled long and far together. They decide to leave their trails at this very place. Claim. Festive companions. Take our hands and accompany us as we celebrate the start of a brand new journey. And we cross the stars, the rift of time, and long memories, we remain companions traveling as one. It's such a neat Easter egg for this event. Alright, let's pack up. Hee, we got the stuff here. It's pretty cool. Sit down. Hee. Now.
Originium will carve a path for us.
Now let's look at our stuff. Drinks. Click on the drinks. Drinks up. I think we can also do this with the other characters as well.
The slightest slip of mind decides who lives and who dies in battle.
Yeah, this will be a temporary thing, right? The other thing we can do
Still waiting for something?
Further.
Operator Protocol, standing by.
And then we have a new picture for her. When debris of the stars block the light, she will calmly illuminate your path. Look how she shines. The revelation. Snapshot is already being displayed. Every walk in deep space is a brief visit to the infinite cosmic expanse. And the revelation. The guide. Operator Perlica. Okay, let's see what's going on in the showcase here. Anything that I want to showcase especially? Not that I can think of. Shy no touch. I'll remove these two. Shy no touchy. Perlica. I don't have any good 6-star characters artworks that I want to put up at the moment. We'll wait a bit and see if we can actually get more of this later. Alright, let's save it.
Where should we go next?
Two, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay, that will be good. Excellent. Okay, we are good. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to do a little bit of a discussion about, as a way to finish this, we're going to do a little bit of a discussion about some of the things that about the okay, wait, hold on a second. I'm going to bring up a quick Excel hit. Blank workbook. Okay, all right. 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Okay. Okay, so let's do it like this. Okay, so now that we're done with the events here, what I'm going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about the updates for Arknights Endfield and where they may be heading as time goes on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change to the screen capture. I'm going to do the second screen. Okay, I'm just going to put this aside. Okay, right, we're ready. So, for what I'm going to do now is... Okay, I'm first going to introduce myself. Hello everyone, and welcome to this discussion about Arknights Endfield updates and possibly where we are going to go from here, right? So, as part of the... there has been some discussions about Arknights Endfield and whether or not it's still managing to keep a hand on, you know, a good sized audience in order to continue to develop the game and sort of build upon the game as time goes on. And one of the things that people have been a bit concerned about is whether or not they are producing the stuff that people would like to see as part of the game. And Arknights Endfield is unique purely because it has a lot of different elements of the game itself that cater to different ideas and different different sort of what's it called? The different you know, different interests of different players that sort of play the game. You have casual players who are in it for like the story. You have hardcore players which are in it for the combat. You have factory builders which are in it to sort of optimize and build stuff and create stuff. You know, it caters to a very, very wide and disparate sort of interests. You won't see a lot of people sort of overlap a lot of these elements together. So you may have people which are interested in just the story, but don't really want to sort of play around with the factory too much, or don't really want to engage in endgame too much. You have people who are very endgame heavy, but because they are forced to actually build the factory in order to gain the materials that they need in order to build their characters, they may, you know, sort of feel like, you know, it kind of peaks out. But maybe because they're hardcore, they invest a lot of time and effort in order to analyze a lot of these things. Maybe it might be something that they will do as well. And then you have a lot of people who are factory building, but then some you have to go through like the story elements, and maybe they're also not too fussed about playing the end game as well, and maybe not interested too much in, you know, playing the gacha and such. So you have those players which are like may not spend too much money in order to sort of support it, right? So the casuals, you may have people who actually do spend quite a bit of spend a decent amount of money just to do, collect characters, read through the story, and support, the devs. You have the hardcore players, which are absolute whales, wanting to make sure that they get the best equipment possible at all times. Then you have the factory players, which enjoy the free factory building aspect of the game, but may or may not understand sort of the gacha element of the game itself, right? It broadly speaking, it's like three things. Different people will be grouped differently. It's not just like a homogeneous group of people sort of enjoying the game and such, but that's something to keep in mind as time goes on. Now, one of the things I do want to discuss is what seems to be the Hypergryph's priorities when it comes to a lot of these updates, and how some people are a bit worried that it's not catering to that the game is not catering to a broad enough base and keeping them on site so that they can keep supporting the game, and people will buy into like the gacha system, buy into their monthly passes and such in order to keep the game going. And everyone's like worried, oh totally, it's going to be end of service soon and all that kind of jazz. So I want to take this opportunity to sort of voice out how I feel Endfield is actually doing these updates as time goes on, right? So let's think about it in this way. For me, I think there are 6 elements in Endfield that are the devs, 6 different scopes within the game that the devs are trying to sort of focus in, right? And let's talk about what those scopes are. Okay, the first scope is the story. Now we know that Arknights in general, the storytelling is excellent in the original game, and with a lot of gacha games, they all tell good stories and such. So story is going to be one of them. The progression of the story, how it builds the world, all that kind of jazz. The next one is exploration. New areas, new zones to figure out, to learn from about, collecting stuff, fighting enemies as you go, building the world. Building the world specifically is a key element of Arknights Endfield, because you actually have to place items around in order to power things or unlock stuff, those kind of jazz. Next up is going to be gacha. So when we talk about new characters, interesting characters to pull, characters based on meta, characters based on looks, characters based on design, what is the focus of a character being in the gacha pool, being on rate up, and what purpose can they serve in terms of making the gameplay more interesting, right? And I think that also adds it with combat. So gacha and combat, I'll just lump it into the same thing. This is just very general, right? Okay. Then we have the factory building, and this is going to be another aspect. Can we make new materials? Can we farm for new materials? What kind of recipes do we have available to us? How much space do we have in order to build the factory? Is there new things that we need to build and sell in order to sort of continue with our stocks, etc.? The next one is events. And I think events, there's a few different things. Some are casual events, some are puzzle events, some are a bit more hardcore gameplay events, limited events, collection events, all that kind of jazz. It can range from casual to hardcore minded to more exploratory, or it depends. So you have factory events, you have fighting events, all those kinds of jazz, right? And I think events here, I'll just specifically put there as limited. Yeah, so limited time events. That's my main focus with this one. Okay, and finally, the last part is endgame. Is there a challenge hard enough for people to express how they can fight their way to the top? And that is something that we are trying to sort of experiment a little bit here and there. And the end game does also inform how the gacha combat is sort of expressed as well, because people are sort of looking to pull. But what is the purpose of pulling for a new character if the maximum strength of the character can't be expressed in content, which is difficult, right? So why do we even need to pull if we can't use it in hard content? So that flows into that. Okay, so I am going to do this by saying I'm going to column width 15, and I'm also going to wrap the text. Okay, excellent. So that is our 6 areas of focus within the game when it comes to updates. Oh, did you watch QOV video? He tried CC from beta server, made a video about it. Ooh, Omakasa. Did he manage to get access to the beta server? Huh. Okay. No, I haven't actually seen that video yet. I'm trying to sort of discuss what could be the priorities of Hypergryph for future updates as time goes on, because it'll be interesting to see how sort of players new and current sort of respond to their ideas of updates, because there has been some discussions about whether or not Hypergryph have the right toes dipped in terms of what kind of updates they're supposed to push in order to settle like certain crowds of players in the game itself. So as in any case, let's continue that discussion. So one thing about this is, let's ignore version 1 for now. Okay, so version. So let's focus on version 1.1. So version 1.1, what do we have? We have Qingbo Stockade. So we did have the story. So I'm just gonna fill this with green. So that actually no, I'm not gonna fill it. Instead, I'm gonna no fill this and just write Qingbo Stockade, as well as Rossi. Exploration is also Qingbo Stockade, but there is no new Qingbo Stockade, as well as Cuprium. Gacha combat is both Tang Tang and Rossi. Factory building is with Cuprium components. New CC has 51 risk as maximum, only 20 needed for all prizes. If you are bored in 1.3, you can simply try higher. So 51 risks as maximum is actually a lot. And only needing 20 risks. I'm trying to think of OG Arknights, what was the max risk possible in the first few versions of CC, and I was thinking like it was around risk 36 or to 39, isn't it, as the maximum risk. We only needed to clear risk 18 for CC in Arknights, OG Arknights. So having only needing to clear a risk 20, one hard condition giving 3 points. So what's the maximum risk number we can reach? Is it 51 or is it, or what are you saying? Is there 51 different risk items? Yeah, I know that. This is similar to what is happening in OG Arknights way back when. So I'm wondering if it's like 51 different risk items, or is it the maximum risk you can reach is risk 51, like the score. I guess we'll have I'll have to check that if I can, but let's just 51 maximum, not 51 different. Okay, yeah. So maximum score is 51. So it's interesting because usually, like for OG Arknights in the first version of CC, usually what they did was they put risk 18 as the maximum amount you need before you get all the rewards, and the maximum risk you can take if in the original versions of CC was about 36 to 39. Yeah, there's no Ethan plus Shaw to save players now. Ethan chance-based binding. That's funny. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it is actually that difficult to get risk 20 in this version. Though I'm probably not gonna I'm probably not gonna spoil too much for myself by watching that video later. I might watch it later, but I'm probably not gonna spoil myself too much about thinking whether or not it's actually difficult or not. I'll have to experience it myself to see if it's hard. The difficulty for action games like this is different from the difficulty in original Arknights, right? And I find like some of the strategies in OG Arknights to be very, very difficult because you have multiple different things to sort of take a look at and think about. Okay, let's get back to this discussion. So events, limited time. We have Umbral Monument, as well as Edge Space Salvage. No, not Edge Space Salvage. Just plays a save 20 risk level. He senses most risks, I think, because of some contract. Okay, I see. That's fine. That's fine. And then the end game is still a big question mark, because now if we go back to 1.1, everyone was wondering if Umbral Monument is the end game that was that's supposed to be part of this. But there was no real announcement when version 1.1 was done. Also, there's okay, so quality of life updates. I think we'll just do that as a 7th section here. Column width 15. Remember, we came to Wuling for closing the rift, and we will arrive here at 1.4. Yeah. Okay, so Chimbo Stockade, Rossi. Then 1.2 is more Wulings, Wuling, Neferith, and Zhuang Fangyi. CFY, I'll just put Zhuang Fangyi there. Exploration, we did get quite a few areas to explore with this patch. So we have the test area, as well as what's the other place called? Cardiac remediation. Yep. Gacha combat, it was Zhuang Fangyi, as well as Rerun Banner. Okay, and then factory building was Heatonite, and it was this Heatonite as well as the Jade Gourd, Jade Gourds, picture anniversary, as well as I think here we put Umbral Monument ×2. Okay. There's rumors about they tested with gourd selling event. They kind of tested factory-based annihilations. Think about it. Crafting special item for weekly ore barrels. Factory-based annihilations would be then. I think they could do a. Like I haven't played the beta tests for the original for Arknights Endfield, so I don't know exactly what they tested, which sort of reminded them. I remember Slav mentioned a little bit about some other form of endgame mode in the beta tests, but I didn't actually take a close look at them in order to figure it out. And here, announcements. And then here for 1.1. 1.1 was they did announce what is it called? CC. CC was announced here. And then announcements is North Wuling exclusion zone. CC new characters. Idolu. Column width 15. Okay. Yeah, quality of life updates. Quality of life updates we can just roughly ignore. So we know that 1.3 is going to focus a lot on Mifu. Hey, sorry. Side story. Mifu, as well as what's the name of the vampire guy? Camille, right? Camille. Okay. Exploration is going to be the. I forgot what the name is, but yeah. This one is going to focus on Mi Fu and Camille. And factory building, there's none. Like there's nothing in terms of factory building there. Think about it. Crafting special item for weekly oral barrels. I wonder if it's going to be part of whether or not this idea for like factory-based annihilations could be in a separate factory area, or is it based on our own factory? It'll be interesting to see how it actually goes. I think you can you will need to meet a certain threshold, or like it's basically solving some problems, right? Yeah. Okay, so in terms of events 1.3, we definitely are going to get CC next round, as well as some other. What is it? We got a picture event as well, and story, explorer, gacha, combat, Mifu, Camille, sword, Mansa, trial. Yeah. Endgame. Yeah, endgame is going to be CC. And then more Umbral Monument. Announcements. Control X, Control V. Remember the bounty event, taking down weekly enemies for Wuling money. Bounty event. Okay, yeah, bounty event. That one is for the Swordmancer trial later, right? Yeah. Okay, and exploration. So 1.4 is going to be North Wuling exclusion zone. Exploration also the same. Gacha combat is still okay, I guess idle. I'll just put idle there. I don't know who else is going to be part of that gacha. Factory building, gas. I gotta step on the gas. It's gotta be a lot. Factory building is gonna be a lot. Events, like coin collection. And we did also mention as part of the announcements for CC and new characters that there was also going to be the two team event, but that didn't actually come up in 1. That isn't going to come up in 1.3. So I'm wondering where that actually will come up heading forward. So looking at currently, back to my point, right? In terms of updates for Arknights Endfield, there are 6 areas in general that the devs would usually want to sort of weigh up and focus on, which particular focus that they want to put in as part of each update, right? So throughout the entirety of these updates, what sticks out to me is that the devs are still doing a lot of experimentation, especially when it comes to how they push the rate at which they push out new characters, the rate at which they push out the story, and the rate at which they push out new factory building stuff, and the rate at which they push out endgame, right? So one of the things that I noticed is that Umbral Monument, initially people thought it was going to be endgame, but it ended up being quite easy for a lot of people who just read through what the stage was about, understood what they required, and just made a team that sort of countered what the stage event was all about, or played to what the stage required of them, right? But they still need to experiment on real game. 2D games are and 3D games are different beasts, right? One of the things I did mention in my understanding of how the story is being played out in Arknights Endfield versus OG Arknights is that Endfield currently, all of the story is based around the current time where the admin is admin as us, the player, the admin is currently at, right? So we're playing around that current timeline. There is no such story where we are going back to the past, forward into the future or something like that. It's just based on the present. But in Arknights, you have side stories which go back in time to like 10, 20 years, 30 years, and you're using characters that you currently have. It's out of the date and time of that period, and you're using them to clear stages that talk about the past, right? So in that sense, Endfield is somehow stuck in a little bit of a weird position where it can't really tell the story the same way as Arknights has that flexibility to do so. And because you also want to have a voiceover for a lot of these events, it's sort of it's sort of constricted in terms of, you know, what they have at their what they have in their tools to actually tell the story. 3D storytelling is very different from the visual novel style of 2D storytelling as well. Why Perlica is okay to spread Originium? Take a guess. I mean, like, it's basically an idea to hide away from, you know, the observers, right? Maybe what they're trying to do is to make sure that that, you know, they stay safe, and, you know, they don't get removed by the observers if they hit a certain threshold of advancement. Who knows? We're not quite sure. There's so many theories about this. But I haven't actually read recent stories of Arknights. I just simply didn't have enough time. but it's kind of interesting to see where this will actually end up heading forward. Anyway, back to this. So they experimented with, the new maps that they come up with the exploration, gacha and combat. So 1.2 cardiac remediation test area. So they're pushing out new characters to sort of play through, understanding how you do the combats and such. Cuprium factory building. Umbral monuments as well. So it's like people thought, as I said, people thought Umbral monument was the end game, but people were able to sort of think about how to solve it, and it became easy. So people wanted more of a way to actually sort of express the difficulty as well. So endgame has not hit in not satisfied the so-called endgame content. Like, we initially thought Edge Space Salvage was going to be endgame content. We thought Umbral Monument was going to be endgame content. It did not fulfill the ideas of the hard endgame mode. It sort of was between that beginner versus endgame sort of content. Like, it's in the middle. You have to think about things and figure out how things work in order to sort of execute on that particular task. Do you think they will share umbrals after CC? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. When you say share umbrals after CC. But yeah, so we're hoping that CC ends up being a very good endgame mode. I know CC in Arknights is good. Like, it's good endgame mode. But we also have stuff like integrated strategies, which is not just endgame mode, but really engaging and replayable endgame. That kind of engaging and replayable endgame is what gets people to keep building their characters, keep them interested in building the characters. If they are disincentivized in to build their characters further, that's when they start losing interest in actually pulling for new characters, and that's how it sort of results in quite a bit of the drop-off of interest of the game itself. So I was thinking, if we can get something like IS or really, I think Reclamation algorithm style of gameplay is going to be really good for Enfield. If there is such a thing, I think it will actually get more people interested in this. They will build ops until they introduce Wisadel. And in which case Wisadel is way too OP, and no one ever plays the game anymore because Wisadel is there. And there's been a little bit of pushback recently with the factory building, because some people have not been able to keep up with the factory building component about this, especially since a lot of the new gear is hidden behind generation of Hetonite components and such, and if you don't have the blueprints in order to build it, then you will have issues trying to actually build gears or level up the characters from there. So some people have been doing a bit of pushback, wondering if it's too hard, too fast, and some people actually drop off because they think the factory is too hard, or they don't have time to do the factory or something like that. Yeah. So maybe 1.3 is a way to sort of put a bit of a pause on give people a bit more time to sort of build up their factory to the current level so that they can prepare for like CC and such like that. My problem is not complex factory, but some mineral numbers are just annoying. Yeah. I mean, you can make like 6 Hetonite component parts per minute, and then it sort of builds on that. But in general, like right now, I'm able to build up a lot of Chironite components at the moment, so the Chironite components can help to sort of build and also level up the gear for all of the components as well. It's 6 minutes now, but 4.5 minutes then. Yeah, it's 4.5. I thought it was 3. Yeah, I thought it was 3 before the second part of the update, right? So yeah. And then in terms of story, people are always going to look for story. So every update must include some good amount of story. If you compare that to something like, was it a Genshin Impact? Every update will have a new story. And either going to be at least a main story or a side event, right? Yeah. So that that sort of builds upon that particular event, or they have a story quest that people can actually look at, right? So you need to at least have some side stories, plus a couple, 1 or 2 character quests as part of the new gacha characters that are in the rate ups, right? And then exploration, where they are hoping that they are going to push at least one new map every update for this year. I think that's good, because more exploration sort of drills it into the minds of the players that, you know, you want to explore new places in order to expand the factory building or expand on the story, right? And I think people are sort of trying to feel out how they want to work out how much time they want to spend on the game itself and to invest in the game. There's going to be winners and losers in every update, right? Like, for instance, the next coming update, factory building players, factory building heavy players will look at this and like, yeah, that's nothing. But they did mention that gas is coming for version 1.4, so everyone is like, okay, sure, we'll wait and let's focus on the focus of version 1.3 is just going to be CC. What the devs are really looking forward to is how are people going to respond to the new endgame mode and where this is going to go, right? So that's why CC is going to be the big part of this. Factory building is not really going to be a big part of this. The story is not going to be a big part of this. Gacha, okay, gacha is still decent because there's 2 characters, right? I'm actually personally looking for Camille because it complements my live attain. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah. So I think if I was Hypergryph, right, looking at me putting myself in Hypergryph's shoes right now, it seems that each update they will at least have a bit of story, right? At least 1 bit or 2 bits of story with the story quests for the gacha characters. We're hoping to put in, I think it would be good if they have 2 new characters a patch. I might be wrong. Maybe a mix of 6 stars and 5 stars. We do need more 4 stars and 5 stars in gacha heading forward. And then in terms of exploration, as the new maps are released, we can mine new stuff or set up new things. North Wuling Exclusion Zone is going to probably be a new map, as well as a new sub PAC in order build more factory stuff, especially since gas is going to be a big part of this. And then it's going to either be, I think it's going to be every other update is going to include 1 end game or a big amount of events or factory. So I think factory building as well as end game will be like factory building will be at least every 2 patches, like a major patch once every 2 patches, and then end game could be once every 2 or 3 patches, depending on whether or not they're starved for it. If they do manage to introduce a roguelike or replayable end game that can be played again and again, then the amount of endgame that they can introduce can be extended to once every 3 patches, for example. They're still within this a trying phase of whether or not the endgame is good or not. So there's going to be a lot of experimentation. There has been a lot of experimentation that was done in the original CC beta. There was a lot of experimentation and feedback collected in the original version of IS. There was also a lot of feedback and recommendations that were done in the beta version of what is it? Reclamation algorithm. Those took time. Like the beta versions, they were limited. It took time for them to gather all that feedback and figure out what is the best way to improve upon those particular endgames. And endgame in Arknights' case, it will take time to actually allay itself, right? It has always taken time throughout this set. Arknights wasn't built in, Arknights Endgame wasn't built in a few months, right? It was built over carefully studying a lot of the responses of how and experimentation of that endgame with players over the first 4 years. CC started 6 months after Arknights was released. Then you have CB's Fungi Mist, 1.5 years after Arknights was released, and then you have Reclamation Algorithm around 2.5 to 3 years after it was released. So those ideas take time to build up and refine. And I think with it being a 3D game compared to a 2D game, some of the ideas for endgame that you see in Arknights won't necessarily apply to Arknights Endfield. So I think if people are wondering whether or not endgame needs to be there now, I think they're I think these people are not used to how Hypergryph actually works in order to sort of implement thoughtful game modes like this. They take their time, they experiment a lot with these ideas before they actually push it out to other people. They gather the feedback, iterate on it, make it better, improve on the idea, and then they can continue to be more confident in releasing a lot of this endgame content. So I think this will take some time, and it's tough for them because we know that in 1.2 they also had the free monthly pass for all the players in Arknights Endfield to sort of gather money. I think that's partially because people feel like the gacha is not that great. I'm kinda, not really going to complain too much about gacha because, it's going to be a gacha game. I read about this. It might feel bad, but I don't really have any particular thorny thoughts about the gacha itself. So I'm okay with that, right? I like the story, I like the exploration, I like the factory building. Endgame, hopefully they will come up with some good endgame modes that will challenge us as well as get us to continue building our characters. I think if endgame is healthy, it doesn't feel forced, but it forces but it gets people to sort of encourage them to actually continue building. I think that's a good endgame mode. Quality of life updates as things go. I mentioned a few quality of life updates that I like to see as time goes on, but I think the devs are also doing those, and the announcements that they are doing is a bit vague, but I think it's sort of, I think what really needs to happen in order to keep people on side when it comes to a lot of this events is that they need to get their media team to actually release little bits of information about the new update or new quest or new characters. They've done a little bit of that, like say introducing the new areas or like in some of the posts. But I think if you look at something like Genshin, where how they market their new characters, like with short form videos or a little bits of lore drops and all that kind of jazz, I think that actually helps to engage the community better. I think that is a way for them to actually improve, you know, getting people a bit more excited about new patches or new gameplay modes or new content. Get more people, new players into the game as well. The release of Enfield, I think, was good. I think people got a little bit of a rub with how the gacha works, as well as, you know, how some of the factory building elements work. But those people already have moved on from there. I think you want to move those people who are a bit more abrasive of those ideas out of the way first, and just focus on the core set of players that are currently that are continuing to be interested in the product that you're giving, right? So you're not going to please everyone, but you gotta give them a little bit of everything to work with, right? So yeah. So I think heading forward, if I was Hypergryph and I want to continue to work on Enfield, I will do this. I would give 2 operators per version. Maybe reduce it to 1 if there's a bit of pressure in people trying to pull for characters. So maybe we'll do 2 and then 1 and then 2 and then 1. And if we're going to do 2 and then 1 and 2 and then 1, then the 1 could also include like certain rerun banners as well. So it could be like 2, 2, 1 as well, each version. We'll have to have some stories for the characters, as well as main gameplay stories as well for each version. Exploration should have some updates, especially if there are new zones to explore. Factory building can be updated in a major way once every 2 patches, I would think. And endgame, until they reach a good idea of how they want to keep putting out endgame patches, I suggest we put out 1 endgame experiment every 2 patches or something like that. Once the endgame ideas have stabilized and that can provide a measure of replayability, then we can increase the endgame patches to 1 every 3 patches or something like that. So that self-sustaining endgame mode that players can engage with can help to buy some more time for this endgame modes to actually be implemented, right? And then events, you know, just throw in all sorts of random wacky events. Maybe the next Delver of the Cryptic will have like a portal maps or something like that. That would be cool. I would like to see that. So I think, like, for me, I'm quite patient. I'm quite a patient player, so I'm willing to give Hypergryph a bit of time to actually build up on this. I've already been playing Arknights for a long time now, so I know roughly how the flow of them introducing endgame modes, introducing quality of life stuff. They take their time, right? That's their style. I know what to sort of roughly expect with the timelines of how they actually push out these kinds of things. So I'm used to that, and I'm willing to give them more time because they have produced good gameplay, good products, good enjoyment. I really enjoy it. I really like IS. IS is a good idea, yeah. Lappy Alter 1.5 Trust. Hopefully, right? But, you know, some other people, especially when they first come into Enfield and not have idea of Arknights or not have ideas of how the other gacha games work, they might have different ideas, right? And I think having like players like me on board, still playing, is not enough, right? You still need people who come in casually and then just casually, you know, do a little bit of monthly pass or something like that. And you still want the whales to continue to find a reason to continue to invest and continue to buy, get pulls, right? So endgame needs to be good. The story needs to be good, right? Those are the two main things. Gacha and combat should continue to be interesting, right? The factory building and exploration part of things is can help to sort of it should help to complement being able to allow people to continue to build their characters as well. So I would say factory building and exploration is not as important, but as long as they get from that, as long as the lore can be expanded upon, as well as more updates to the factory can be done, I think it's a good way to sort of set this up. In Arknights, there was 0 cure of oropathy. Casa was like, hell yeah, and used their odds 200%. In Enfield, since medicals are improved, they don't maximize their potential on random Tuesday. Oh gosh. Oh, damn it. Yeah. So I would say, I think if I was Hypergryph, just continue to, you know, like, trust the process. I think as a player, as players, we should trust the process. Hypergryph know what they're doing, and even though they're getting a lot of feedback from all sorts of different groups, all sorts of different ideas about, you know, what gacha should be or what they want out of a gacha game, I think they have an idea in mind that they want to sort of teach gacha players that there's a different way of doing gacha, right? You have so many other gacha games out there. Everyone, especially the casuals, they're all jumping to different gacha games, trying to figure out which is the gacha game they like. Do they like strategy? Do they like fighting? Do they like exploration? Do they like just chilling, right? And do they like the end game as well? Like what end game does challenge them a lot? They're all looking at this. The gacha space is just so huge, so wide. There's a lot of competition out there, and it's tough, right? Trying to balance the the ideas as well as the beliefs of what this game could be versus what is realistic in terms of how they can keep themselves afloat in order to reach that that last mile realization or what their goals are. Because if a game keeps bleeding players, there's less and less money coming in. It will put a lot of strain for the development team to continue to build the game. So if I want to make sure that we can still keep a steady hand at this, experiment with endgame, experiment with story, experiment, continue to add 2 gacha characters every version, and maybe like 1 plus a rerun every 3 versions or something like that. Exploration, yeah, continue the exploration, continue the factory building, you know, throw up all these ideas and sort of experiment, continue to gain feedback, and continue to push out more media advertising a lot of these new ideas, new characters, new stuff, right? Continue to do that those kinds of fun campaigns and such. So I think hopefully Hypergryph will continue on their path, you know, try and block out the noise and focus on what they want. If there is a large amount of large subset of players which are complaining about one thing, of course I think they are going to focus on this. They've always been experimenting and sort of throwing ideas left and right, so it will take some time, but I think some gamers have it right by saying, okay, well, it's still rough. Well, version 1.0, the game released quite well, but I want to see more stuff. I think I will put myself aside for a bit and wait until version 2.0 comes in. That's fine, right? But in the meantime, the players that are still on the game still need to be engaged enough to continue to support the game until it reaches version 2.0 or something. So yeah, Hypergryph is in a bit of a weird position because it has to try and sort of pull itself between, trying to get to that payout in the long run. They can't be greedy. They have to stay the course, and I think they should stay the course and continue to iterate based on what they have and what they know and what they understand to be where they want to go heading forward. So hopefully with these 6 elements, okay, 6.5 technically, plus the announcements, so these 6 parts are going to make up the main thing about how they gonna measure up the updates. As I said, what is the frequency of them adding each individual element to an update? What's the frequency of that? I already gave my ideas already. The quality of life updates, they should continue to add quality of life updates as time goes on. Announcements, continue to announce the timeline to keep people interested, but also include more marketing of stuff in social media. I think especially social media, they need to add more of these engagement posts. Put in a bit of lore drop here and there as well. I think it will be it'll really help. They should follow Genshin's way of actually doing their marketing strategy as well. When it comes to introducing new characters, new areas, new zones, new skills, new characters, I think that will help to engage the wider populace and also get new players in who are interested. I think that would be a good idea. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts about where Enfield is going with their updates. I'm just a player, right? There's probably many other players that have different thoughts compared to me when it comes to what they want to see out of Enfield heading forward. But these are my thoughts about what I think Hypergryph is trying to do now. What is their philosophy about creating this game or updating the game, as well as what I think should be their cadence in terms of what kind of focuses they should do when it comes to updating the game, and some of the risks and opportunities that they have in terms of trying to appease one side, right, trying to rotate around and appeasing different groups of their gamers that play that game. So it's gonna be tough. There's 6 elements here. Even if we remove the factory building element, it's quite hard already to try and design different try and design an update which satisfies all 6 the 5 areas. Add in factory building, and all of a sudden you're trying to juggle 6 things to update at once, and that's tough, right? So it's okay if they end up saying, okay, we're not going to focus on factory building for this next update. We'll do it the update after that. We'll just focus on sort of focus on the end game, or we're just going to focus on the story, plus the gacha. That's fine, right? I think that's something that they are probably going to end up doing as part of future updates. They can't crank up too much stuff at once because some people will then complain that they get overwhelmed with a lot of things. So it's okay. They can pace it, right? I think they know how to pace it. So at the end of the day, I think that they should be okay heading forward. Okay, hopefully, you enjoyed my discussion around this idea. I know it's sort of not condensed, and that my thoughts are a little bit all over the place with regards to this, but it's good to sort of have a macro view as a player of what Hypergryph's ideas are, and then sort of compare that to what Hypergryph's stuff is. Take a guess of Arcane's weapon. It's gonna be arts unit, I think. Arcane is. I think it's gonna be arts unit, right? Yeah. It has to be. Yeah, I think Arcane's weapon is gonna be arts unit. Imagine she's a great sword too. Ooh, I have no idea, man. I mean, sure, she can also summon swords like Zhuangfang Yi, but you know, who knows? I'm not quite sure. All right, let's head back to Enfield. So, Enfield throws random weapons. I mean, we have Mifu who uses greatsword and then just switches to gauntlets straight on, right? So it's a little bit of everything, right? Okay, so I think that will be it for me today. Bit of a long day today, and tomorrow I need to get ready for a big thing that's happening with the fam. Gotta take care of the fam. We're gonna go on a journey. We're gonna go on a journey, boys. Aha. I need to start figuring out when I'm going to schedule some of my Genshin Impact stories. The latest version of the game has been released, but I don't think I have time to actually get through the story and complete it. Oh, which reminds me, I'm actually gonna start putting up a few things. Okay. Place. Yay! Companions, yay! So cute. So yeah, I need to start planning on when am I going to do the story quest for Genshin. I think I'm probably going to do that when my parents leave. They'll be leaving sometime soon. So that one I will wait until that happens. I'm going to take my time. Switch. Do I want to switch to Qiming? Yes, yes please. Nice, cool. But we already have Qiming already displayed here, so it's like weird. So yeah, I'll figure out a time to do the Genshin Impact stuff. I think Arknights doesn't really have any events coming up. Maybe I'll do like their story stuff if I have the opportunity. Because right now the only thing left on Arknights Endfield for me until the next update is just the side quests. So if I finish the side quest, basically I've done Enfield all through until the next version. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so I think I'm going to focus on Genshin Impact streams hopefully next week. I think Sunday will be a good time for me to actually do the Genshin Impact stuff. There's going to be a lot of content, a lot of story content. We'll be interested to actually get that one done. Okay, and until then, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below. And if you have any if you like to support me further, I have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description. Link to that. Appreciate all your support. If you have any recommendations for ways to improve the stream, do let me know. And if you have any recommendations for games that you'd like me to try out, do let me know in the comments as well. I'll be happy to listen to them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again for the next video and the next stream. Peace out, everyone.